I don't understand. How bad is that education?
It's an extra
Did you go
effort
to a
on their
public?
part.
Did you go to a public school?
Yes.
No.
Oh,
My
did.
primary, secondary was Catholic.
okay, that's private, right?
Well, Loyola College, Miriam Convent School.
He's missionary.
Missionary.
school.
But it wasn't free.
I think that
It wasn't free, but
Okay.
it was not so expensive.
I think I understand why Jibala is always missionary, even in his attitude. But that being said,
Joy, take your
Please,
story.
take your story.
I truly laugh.
Still on the health matter, Lagos Ogun launch health insurance scheme. Governor Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu yesterday announced the signing of a comprehensive health insurance executive order. Similarly, the Ogun State government launched a health insurance scheme designed for the formal sector, comprising civil servants, public servants, and workers in the organized private sector. According to the Commissioner for Health, Professor Akin Abayomi, he said that the initiative is designed to significantly improve the health outcomes of Lagos residents. The initiative aligns with the objective of the National Health Insurance Authority Act 2022, making state-level social health insurance mandatory to achieve universal health coverage. Also in Ogun State, Governor Dapo Abiodun, speaking at the official launch of the scheme, Health in Abeokuta, disclosed that his government will pay 50% of the premium for every worker who registered on this scheme. I think that's a
Okay,
one.
in Lagos we have Lashma.
Yeah.
I don't know what that of Ogun State is called, which is the area where Joy.
We're going to go there.
Okay, but you know, as much as we are trying to promote health insurance scheme,
Thank you.
health insurance scheme.
Don't be me. Can you leave Joy alone?
In
We
this-
know Joy doesn't stay in the country. Sorry, doesn't stay
in Lagos. Okay.
But,
As much as we are trying to encourage people to embrace the health insurance scheme, what is the quality of attention or medication or healthcare that we receive when we go to hospitals to use this health insurance scheme?
Facilities.
I think I have a different twist to this.
Okay.
And that is, even the little one, perhaps it just help you when you have headache or you have running stomach or fever. But the fact is, when you get there, is the organization, because I think it's contributory, the organization pays some, government pays subsidized on the other end. Are they doing are they observing their own obligation that will make you go there?
The
Organizations,
Okay.
the organizations that actually subscribe to I'm talking about Lashma now.
Okay.
Or any of the states, even, I won't forget, National Health Insurance Scheme, your easy access, I remember that time, I don't know whether I remember the song, National Health Insurance, NHIS, it's still the same thing. It's a good, laudable idea, but the fact that so many organizations do not subscribe, and when they subscribe, they don't fulfill their own obligation. And oftentimes, so when you get to your clinic and say, oh, this is my PIN or code, I want to access, I'm not feeling fine, and they check and they say, sorry, your company has not filled their, they're
tell
not
you,
up to
wait,
date, because they will go to the back end
To check.
and Lashma will say authorize whether to go ahead or not. So, and I think it's, but I also feel that it's the best way to go, because nowhere in the world.
It makes it cheaper.
Yes.
Then you won't cough out so much.
Yes.
Because you would have paid overtime.
All over, exactly, all over the world. That is how it's
it
a
works.
pool.
Yes.
It's just like, it's an insurance scheme. Insurance scheme means not all of you will be sick at the same time. Some people will be paying for, depending the time, God forbid, that you also fall. You have the Obamacare, you know, and you have NHS in the UK.
Joshua, how about you telling me that, okay, if I subscribe to a particular health scheme,
Yeah.
the coverage area is broad, and getting to the clinic, I was told that, Oga,
No, I've used it. No, we have one here. We subscribe to Lashma. So I've been there before. What they told me was I didn't have a particular medication, so I have to go buy outside.
okay, there was
And
a
I
particular
did.
cameraman here. His wife wanted to deliver. And
I don't think it's part of. I don't think they did
It's-
comprehensive.
I interviewed the permanent secretary now.
Okay, and he said it covers.
Yes. And
Dr.
the
Zamba.
guy got to the clinic, and he was told, Oga, if you want your wife to deliver here,
You pay.
you have to drop so. Don't come and bring any. I don't want to mention the name of
I
the
think that's the
clinic.
question we need to ask now. So since we have evidence, and that's part of what I talk about. Me, I got there, I've forgotten. I think I had pain in my throat, and they said,
Joshua, that is minor now.
they just said I
Delivery
can't
is
get
major.
Delivery is major.
It's major now.
And it
Does
should
it
cover.
does it even cover surgeries?
That's what I'm saying. Does it
I
cover?
interviewed
surgery.
when
It
when
should
when we used to
cover.
have Lagos Today, and she said it covered it.
Because the one I saw in my own, it's just petty. You can't even do a total. But I think I need to get a proper
But
understanding of how it was.
it's very innovative. It is good. With time, we are going to make it better. And of course, more people should subscribe to Lashma Health Insurance Scheme, because a day will come, you will not be okay, and there
And
will be no
don't add
money.
You have
money.
cash.
See, for me, I think the whole essence of the health insurance scheme or Lashma is to not to do out of pocket, because it's horrible to do in an economy that you're finding it difficult. You expend all your liquid on. You're not even.
And you know, generally,
liquidities.
our attitude towards insurance is not so good in this country.
Yeah.
But I can tell you, I've tried insurance once before. It worked.
If you know you're
works.
right, it will work now.
It worked though.
But many people have this impression that, okay,
Yeah,
insurance is
insurance,
fraud,
yeah, yes,
it's not real. But it's real. So why not try it, and we'll see what you can
And
make
I
out
think
of it.
government also should be sincere.
Very,
when
very
they
sincere.
put up some of this policy, it should not be like the one you talked about now. We can't have something like that, and the next moment you're talking about it's not covered. You get there, you're banking on it, hoping that you'll find some kind of respite, just for you to be told that.
Maybe
Sorry,
I'll even try. I'll go and try and use mine, because I've never been there.
yeah, I've used it once.
I've never used
And you
mine.
didn't pay,
have
except for
I
the
didn't pay.
medication- except for that medication that you had to go.
I
on.
had to go buy outside.
All right, Joshua, your story.
Okay, interesting story. The Council of State, I couldn't open mine, but interestingly, we used the story yesterday on the news. The Council of State has passed a vote of confidence on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It's a unanimous vote of confidence passed on Mr. President. To this end, any change of government has to be through the ballot and not through the barrel of the gun or through insurrection or through any other unconstitutional means, but through the ballot box. A briefing State House correspondent on what transpired during the Council of State meeting, which was attended physically by former Presidents Goodluck Jonathan and Muhammadu Buhari, and presided over by President Bola Tinubu, chairman of the Nigerian Governors Forum, Abdurrahman Abdurazak, said the council agreed unanimously that any change of government has to be through the ballots and not through the barrel of the gun or through insurrection. Meanwhile, Nigerians have been reassured on the readiness of all security agencies in the country to secure their territorial integrity and to protect Nigeria's democracy. This assurance was said to have been given by the National Security Advisor, Nuhu Ribadu, while addressing the Council of State meeting. Meanwhile, the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of Economy, Wale Edun, also provided an update on the economy in terms of the microeconomic policies being followed under the leadership of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Now, I must say that the Council of State meeting is a very special meeting. It can only be called by the President.
Yeah.
It's an advisory body. And of course, the President can decide to take the decision of the
not.
Council or not. For yesterday, 2 things or 3 things transpired, and it's the state of the economy and, of course, the insurrection, or it's not the protest, which was later termed insurrection by the government. But of course, we had and they confirmed yesterday that 9 people or 6 people died. That was the confirmation from the government. But of course, the optics we're getting is there's more to the protest that meets the eye.
And, you know, your story is quite connected with mine because the federal government is here saying that it was able to block 83 billion naira protest funds.
Yes.
And, of course, some political collaborators have been arrested. The federal government has traced at least 83 billion naira in cryptocurrency and fiat money channeled towards the recent nationwide protests. They include $50 million of cryptocurrency, $38 million of which were blocked in 4 cryptocurrency deals, and 4 billion naira contributed by various political actors in Abuja, Kano, Katsina, and Kaduna. This was part of the presentation by the National Security Advisor, Nuhu Ribadu at the inaugural meeting of the Council of State by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu at Aso Rock Presidential Villa yesterday. According to multiple sources, with the knowledge of yesterday's meeting, Ribadu, who presented on the topic, the nationwide protest, as it affects national security, also revealed that an European has been identified as the mastermind of the proliferation of foreign flags during the protest and will soon be declared wanted by the police. One of the sources who spoke on condition of anonymity because it was not authorized to speak on the matter disclosed that local conspirators traced to capital city Abuja, Kano, Kaduna have been arrested. In his presentation, the NSA said the government was able to trace $50 million to crypto wallets that were made as donations to the protest. They succeeded in blocking 4 of those wallets containing $38 million. They also found out that some political actors contributed 4 billion naira to the fund. One of the sources told this particular newspaper. The Punch had reported on Tuesday that President Bola Tinubu convened a Council of State meeting to discuss, among others, the recent End Bad Governance protest, national security, the economy, and food security. The council comprises the president, who serves as the chairman, the vice president, all former presidents, heads of state, all former chief justices of Nigeria, the Senate president, the Speaker of the House of Reps, the Attorney General of the Federation, the SGF, and all state governors. So the federal government is able to block 83 billion naira protest funds, and some political collaborators have been arrested, according to this story.
That's huge amount of money for
83 billion naira.
moving through our system.
It's not a joke. But they've been able to block some, 38 million out of the 83 billion naira.
It's 83 billion naira, but in millions is about, they had $50
million
and another 30 something million dollars, which the total equivalent
$38 million.
Yes, in naira is.
And the federal government was able to trace 4 billion naira to some political actors in the country. So when are they going to name these political actors?
They said after investigation. They have to be through with the investigation. So how many people have they named for terrorism in Nigeria? Chibi wanted to prosecute so many the other time. How many have they named when we find so many guns shipped into this country, or cocaine tramadol? I think for the cocaine and all these substance drugs.
But did you notice that Baba Obasanjo was in there yesterday?
And Babangida.
And Babangida.
Hey, it's okay.
I understand that of Babangida. He might not want to stress himself because of his condition, but Baba Obasanjo will complain at different fora. This is that, this is it. You had the opportunity to come and meet with the president yesterday. Where was he?
But I think I like Baba
writing
Obasanjo.
letters?
He's very good at it. You see, I think I've not seen something. Is he octogenarian?
Baba?
Is he?
Hey, Baba is close to... Baba, is Baba 89 now?
Yes.
Yes, octogenarian. Yeah. It's not nano yet.
No.
Official. So I think he enjoys the attention because last week he was still making...
The comical attention.
He's making headlines.
Yes.
With the state of the economy. He was talking about the refinery or no refinery thing. But I just feel that he's not obligated to attend.
Really?
He's not by force.
He's not a former president.
He has
He does not attend when he has issues with you. I know his style. And I've taken my time to study him over the years.
Study him.
You know, when you do not allow Baba to control you or to take charge, you are not his friend. You are not his friend.
Yeah, so, well, I wish Baba Obasanjo is here to...
Fortunately, this
himself.
particular State Council meeting is also trending on X, so we'll be taking you to X at this moment on the program. It's also receiving attention of Nigerians. Some commended the State Council of meeting, and some actually bashed the former head of state, the governors, and all other members of the State Council.
For passing the vote of confidence?
Yes.
No, but wait, what do you expect them to do?
speak the truth.
How old is
That's the truth.
How
to
old is
power.
how
You
old
can't
is-
explain.
how old is Yakubu Gowon?
Honestly speaking.
So you cannot look Mr. President in the face and tell him the truth.
How old is Yakubu
Fine, you have
Gowon?
gotten some things right. But there are certain things that you're not doing well.
What do you mean by the president is not doing well in some things?
Joshua,
Yes.
you spending 90 billion naira for people to go to
Hajj.
the Holy Land, something that should be voluntary.
Let me tell
if
you,
you want to
that's
go, you don't need anybody to sponsor you.
Jibola.
Eh?
Jibola.
And they are buying
You're
vehicles.
acting as if you are
here-
not a political animal. You are a politician. Jibola, I know
I'm not.
you.
I am a
politician.
broadcaster. I am not a
Jibola, you're a
politician.
politician. Have you contested election in this organization before?
Yes,
Do you still play the politics of this association?
Joshua.
So this is what I'm saying. There are some things that we talk on the face value. When you
But
get
when you are
there,
in.
when you are in there, you see, it is better said than done.
Have you been in there before?
But you promising us to come
see.
and make some changes. Forget about
There's
your
enough
political.
money abroad too. There's enough money. There's what we call slush fund.
There is enough money here.
Nigeria has money.
They are telling us there's no money.
we have
Go and
issues-
tighten your belts.
Yes, we have. I have tightened mine. The
Is
challenge
their own tightened?
See this. It's on this premise
That
and I'm going to argue this point of vote of confidence.
on.
Look, you can't
Oh, you're
take-
also passing the vote of confidence.
it's on this premise.
Okay.
I am going to pass the vote of confidence.
On.
On this premise. Let me say the premise now.
Okay.
The premise is simple. You can't take over government by protest.
Agreed.
And I
Agreed.
believe that if you are dissatisfied with government, there are better ways to go about it. You can protest on issues, but for you to say that this government must go, that is a no-no in a democracy.
Likewise.
For all that conversation is subject to conjecture.
But for me, what I would have expected the former heads of state,
I am sure there are some conversations they would have had that is not in the media, that is not captured by camera.
Oh,
You know this thing
behind
now.
closed door meetings.
Yes, now.
Eh.
I was watching the House of Reps committee probing Murphy. This thing, the conversation they had, if not for the fact that I was painstaking in the way they were bashing the guy. That look, they said this is just you are just giving us mappings and theories. How much have you made for the federal government? In fact, you are spoiling the image of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So there are some conversations that is being had in so many quarters, and nobody can fool himself or herself in this country that some things are not working well. Even if you are in government, because you are a function of the society. Somebody must have called you from your village. The person that you even feel shouldn't call you in the first place. Omani, Egmo, Egbami, Omani, what happened to your business? The business is dead. So we have so many things happening behind the scene, and I believe that the people that lead us should have the empathy, should have the audacity and the political will
I love
to
that
take
conditional
decisions.
statement. Should.
Yeah,
I
should.
love it. Should.
Yeah. Should.
Well, we have said so much about that meeting of yesterday with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and, of course, former head of state. The Senate President was also there, the Speaker, House of Reps. We hope that things will change in our country. We'll be taking a very short break at this moment on the program. When we come back, we'll be looking at the column for today.